Hello everyone, Sigs here, and welcome to an unboxing and a look at the prices for a Kaldheim Collector's Booster Box. We're going to go through, do a pretty standard pack opening, take a look at all the cards, and I will put the prices for any card that is worth more than $1 on screen, probably keep a running total as well, and then at the end I will scan all of the cards into the Delver Lens app, and we can take a look at the total value of the box, and see if we made any profit, and talk a little bit about the general value of this set. So, wrapping looks good, nice wizard seal there, showed off the whole box, and I'm going to go ahead and break into the box here, like so. Well, I'm going to try to, we're going to make a mess. Probably going to edit this a little bit, so you don't have to watch me struggle, but there we go. Now, there are 12 boosters in this box. I will probably go a little bit slower on the first booster, just to kind of explain like what can be in each slot in each pack, so that you kind of know what to look out for. There is some good value in this set. We're really struggling today. That's fun. There we go. There is some good value in this set. So certainly Vorinclex going for about $50 right now, as well as his Showcase or Phyrexian variants holding pretty good value. You know, Goldspan Dragon, the extended art, some legendary creatures that have good value around $10, $15, and some good staple hits like the Pathway Land Cycle and the Borderless variants, which are holding decent value as well. So it should be 12 packs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and same here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just checking. And we're going to go ahead and get into the packs here. So there is the pack wrapper, if you were ever curious what it said on a Kaldheim Collector's Booster Pack. There you go. Now, I don't know all of the prices offhand, so forgive me if I skip over something that's worth a lot without reacting, or overreact to something that isn't particularly valuable. But at the end of the day, I just think this is a really cool set with a lot of badass Norse flavors, so I think that it will be cool to just kind of see all of the unique cards as well. So, starting off, there's our treasure token in the back, going to be a double-sided token, and interestingly, because this is a little bit of an older set, you can see there's already curling on these brand new pack fresh cards, so that's fun. I do have a way to uncurl those, which I may make a video about, but for now, we're just going to have to deal with it. So, first thing we're going into in the pack here is going to be 5 foil commons or snow dual lands. So, number 1, Grizzled Outrider, number 2, Elderfang Disciple, number 3, Sarl's Packmate. Give the cards a little wiggle so you can see the foiling. That's 4, and there is the foil dual land. Next up should be 2 foil uncommons, so Lichara Mirror Lake, and a Spirit of the Alderguard. Actually looks pretty cool in the foiling on that big bear there. And then next up should be 2 Showcase uncommons, 1 foil, 1 non-foil. Okay, I lied. So there is a Snowland guaranteed in addition to like the one that you can get in the common slot. So that is the guaranteed snow-covered basic land, not the dual land. Now it should be the Showcases. No, it is a Saga. Okay, so these pack breakdowns never seem to line up with what we're actually getting. But anyway, you will get a rare or mythic Saga, either single or double-faced. And these are only available, or they're not available in draft boosters anyway, these rare sagas, I believe, is what it says here. So, Battle for Bredegard, there you go. And I don't even know what's coming up now. Okay, so it's an extended art Pyre of Heroes. There you go, that's a rare extended art. And, okay, a rare foil Ascendant Spirit. Not a great card, we get one in foil. Now maybe the Showcase cards? Yes, okay, so the Showcase cards are at the back, but it should be 2 of them. They are uncommon. There's 1 non-foil, and oh shoot, okay. There's a Toski, Bearer of Secrets, Showcase, rare, non-foil. That's a pretty good hit, I think. That's actually a card I wanted to pull when I got this box, so that's pretty cool. This slot breakdown that I'm looking at on the Wizards website doesn't even line up with what we're pulling here, so I don't even know at this point. But let's just see what's in the next slot. Okay, another Svala. This one's foil. So there are 2, again, Showcase, Viking Legends, non-foil, foil, and 1 extended art rare or mythic, which we got, 1 Showcase or Borderless rare or mythic, which must have been the Toski, and then a foil alternate frame rare or mythic. So there should be a foil something in the back. Okay, nice. Righteous Valkyrie Extended Art Foil. Playable card. Don't know the value on it offhand. I do run this in a life gain deck in Magic the Gathering Arena, though, so that's cool to see. And then our bird token and our treasure token, double face token. Okay, so that went horribly. I don't know why the pack breakdown is not in the correct order ever. I think we did get the exact cards that it said we would get, just the order was all kinds of off. So going forward here, it's just going to be a bit of a surprise. Unless I can remember exactly what the order we just pulled everything in was there, but sorry about that. Gonna go a lot quicker here. Just get to the stuff people want to see now that that is out of the way. So first common, Root of Wisdom, Starnheim Courser, Sulphurous Mire for our Snow dual land, Scorn Effigy, common, Disdainful Stroke, common. Now, uncommons, Bloodline Pretender, should be one more, yep. Skem Farm Shadow Sage, then it was the land, yep. Great artwork on these lands, snow-covered lands, good for any snow decks, looks cool. A rare, regular rare, Valkyrie Harbinger, extended rare, Crippling Fear, and, okay, Redain, God of the Worthy, legendary flip card. Go ahead and flip that for you there. Into Valkmira, Protector's Shield, legendary artifact, cool. And then Cole the Forge Master with the Viking style. Another Redain. God, what's with the redundancy in these packs? Isn't that the same one we just got? This time it's in the Viking style instead of the regular foil. So just like that first pack where we got two of the same card, we got two here. One foil, one non-foil. One in the Viking style as well. Interesting to see. And next, Herald, King of Skemfar. I don't know which legendary creatures have value and which ones don't, but it is just cool to see that Norse style in the foil. And lastly, oh shit. Sorry, I'm gonna have to censor that. Wow. So there's a hit, I believe. Extended Art Goldspan Dragon certainly has value in foil. Mythic Rare. Great card, holding a lot of value currently. You'll love to see that. Spirit Token flips into Dwarf Berserker Token. And there you go. Okay, so I already got two of the three cards that I wanted from this collector's booster box, which, you know, you should normally just buy them as singles if you want them, but I wanted Toski and I wanted Goldspan Dragon, and I wanted a Vorinclex. So if we can get all three of those plus some extra goodies, then this would be an incredibly good box. But off to a good start, so let's go. Dogged Pursuit, Guardian Gladewalker, give you a little hit of the foiling there real quick as we blow through these commons that I'm sure nobody cares about. Ice Tunnel for the last one. Uncommons, Shepherd of the Cosmos, cool art with the foiling. Kaya's Onslaught there. Snow-Covered Mountain, very cool. And Wolverine Riders, this is from the Commander, Kaldheim Commander, I believe. Gravenlore for our extended rare, nothing fancy there. Sarulf, Realm Eater, right there in foil, regular foil rare. Cardoom, Doomscourge, God Speaking is hard today. This video is going to be awful with the Viking style. Okay, Torulf, God of Fury, Mythic Rare, Viking style. It is curled. All these cards are curled. This kind of sucks, but is what it is. These cards, I ordered them online. They came from Arizona. I don't know. It's not very humid there, so who knows. But Toral's Hammer is what that flips into. And Morite of the Frost, foil Viking Showcase. And I think there's one more. Nice. So one of the Pathway lands in foil, Darkboar Pathway, flips into Slitherboar Pathway. Nice and curled, which is unfortunate, but nice. This is borderless. You can see down here, not extended art. It is borderless, foil, Pathway land, good staple card. Sees a lot of play, probably has some good value. There is Kaya, the Inexorable Emblem, which also might have some value. And a Human Warrior token. So, that is that pack. What is that, pack 3? Pretty good hits so far, to be honest. I mean, of all the things we could have pulled, we're getting some of the good staple value cards that I think are going to hold their value pretty well over time. So we'll keep going here with pack 4. There is a Revitalize, common, Squash, common, Infernal Pet, Creepy Dude, common, Icehide Troll, common, Dreadrider, common, and uncommons, Frenzied Raider, Carter Doomscourge, our land, Snow-Covered Forest. Looks really cool. I do like that land a lot with the foiling too. And then our Saga, Waking the Trolls, rare. Cosmos Elixir for our extended, not the one we wanted to get. And Showcase, oh, I lied. I don't even remember the order. I'm going to stop trying. Quakebringer, Mythic Rare in foil. Finn, the Fangbear Showcase. Nice, another land right there. Bark Channel Pathway. Extended art, I assume, is what that is. Non-foil, but still flips into Tide Channel Pathway and has some pretty good value. So that we like to see. Agar, the Freezing Flame, and one more back here. Okay, so a Mythic Extended Art foil. All runs Epiphany. Don't think that one has any value really, but still, cool hit, I guess. Icy Manolith token flips into Elf Warrior token, which I'll actually probably use along with some of my elf decks. So there you go. Okay, so nothing crazy in that pack, I don't think, but every time we hit a pathway land, we are happy. Because those are all, I think, right around $5 each, and they move pretty consistently. So each time we hit one of those, that's paying for, you know, a quarter or a third of the pack. So pretty cool. Let's keep moving here. Through the commons, Breakneck Berserker, Glittering Frost, love the artwork on that one with the foiling. Camera's not picking it up great, but you get the idea. Stalwart Valkyrie, uncommons, Saw It Coming, Weathered Runestone, Snow-Covered Swamp, into our Mythic from Commander, Renar the Ever-Watchful, into Dragonkin Berserker Extended, non-foil. See, with the duplication in these packs, this is like the third pack in a row where we got in the same card in multiple styles, which I guess is kind of cool, but there's the regular artwork in foil if you wanted to see what the two of them look like compared to each other. Now you've seen it. And our uncommon Viking Morite, the Frost of the Frost. And, ooh, nice. Tegrid, God of Fright, with the Viking style. That's another card I wanted. I think it has some value too. I don't remember offhand, but I know a lot of people make decks around this card, and it's pretty cool to see. And then our foil uncommon, Finn the Fangbear, and last card, Faceless Haven. Nice. That is a snow land that also sees play in the Borderless with foil. So, cool. And then our bear token, wow, that's a scary looking bear. He looks possessed. And he flips into a treasure token. So, there we go. Actually getting, I think, pretty decent hits. Again, I don't, like, have all the prices memorized offhand. I kind of know what we're looking for. But, you know, we'll have a running total that I come back in the edit and put up so we can see how we're doing. Now, we have Elderleaf Mentor, Carfell Kennelmaster, common Struggle for Skemfar, common Raider's Carve, common Draugr Thought Thief, common uncommons, Lit Jara, Glade Warden. Am I even like in focus or doing anything? I'm not even paying attention. Sorry. Dual Strike, Snow-Covered Mountain. Ristic Studies is a cool bit in one of his videos about this specific land's artwork. I think it's very cool. But anyway, who cares about what I think? So Wolverine Riders again, and Search for Glory, extended art, rare, Toralf, God of Fury, another mythic hit in foil. No showcase style, but it does flip into Toralf's Hammer. And there's our uncommon, Narfi, Betrayer King, looking crazy. Okay, nice, and a Haunting Voyage that is extended artwork, mythic. I think that has some value too. Cool artwork on that. Almost reminds me of like the scene cards from Lord of the Rings. Looks like it could connect to something else. I know it doesn't, but cool, good hit. And Cole, the Forge Master, in foil, uncommon Viking style. And the last one, Dream Devourer. Creepy looking mofo there. Rare foil, and another Kaya token, and another treasure token. Okay, so again, nothing crazy, you know? Like, I'd love like a $50 Vorinclex to just not have to worry about the value of anything else, because that pays for like a third of the box by itself. But I think we're getting some pretty good like $5 to $7 staple hits. So if we can keep that up, we're happy too. Going through the commons here. 1, 2. Number 3 is a Vault Robber for a null. And 5, Augury Raven into uncommons, Draugr's Helm, Rune of Flight, and Snow-Covered Plains, of course, in that slot. Another commander card, Serpent's Soul Jar. Immersturm Predator. Am I saying that right? The extended art rare, looking cool. Another legendary Colvorium that flips in foil into the Ringheart Crest. Not sure the value on that one offhand. Another Narfi, nothing to see there. Okay, there we go. So there's the Vorinclex. This is the Praetor style, so this is the least valuable one. The base Vorinclex right now is like $50. This one I think is like $25, $27. I personally really like the Praetor style. I think it looks cool. If you don't know what the card does, it's a little hard to play with it, obviously. But that's cool. Not foil, but mythic rare, Praetor style, Vorinclex. There we go. And an Arfi right there. And the last one. Oh, okay, another hit, I think. Maskwood Nexus, extended art foil. Pretty cool. And then a Giant Wizard and a Dwarf Berserker. I was almost hoping with some of like the pack duplication we've been having, where we've been getting the same card in multiple styles, that we'd get like another Vorinclex behind that one. That would be a hell of a pack, huh? But did not get that lucky there. But still a pretty good hit, I think. And we're going to keep moving. What do we have? 4, 5. This is 5 packs left. So here we go. God's Hall Guardian, Rimewood Falls. Love the artwork on that one. Wings of the Cosmos. Dude is like petrified, getting lifted up in the air against his will is what that looks like to me. Another common. Another common into uncommons. Usher of the Fallen. Glimpse the Cosmos. Snow-covered Swamp. And King Narfi's Betrayal, which is a rare saga. Another Ascended Spirit. I hate seeing this card. It's like the 4th one I've pulled of this from Kaldheim products recently. And yeah, extended art rare, nothing there. Cosmos Elixir in foil. Cool to see. There's a Firja, I guess, in the Viking style, which is pretty cool. Jorn, God of Winter, legendary snow creature god, flip card, non-foil, whoops. Flips into Cauldron, and Vega the Watcher, uncommon, into, come on, big hit. Oh, nice. Asika, God of the Tree, in foil, in the Viking style. That is a mythic flip card. Flips into the Prismatic Bridge, and I believe this is one of those legendaries that I was talking about. That's like a pretty good staple hit that people play. Might be $5, $10, somewhere in that range. So we'll know when we come back in the edit, but that's pretty cool to see too. So pretty good so far. I mean, knock on wood here. But we seem to be getting, you know, some pretty nice staple hits. In addition to, I mean, that Vorinclex and that Goldspan Dragon are like huge. So we'll see what the total value of this box adds up to in the end. But so far, I think we're doing all right. So way down, Raven Form, Frostbeak Yeti, Valor of the Worthy, Cinderheart Giant, uncommons, Notvold Slumber Mound, Divine Gambit, Snow-Covered Island, Commander, Rare, Ruthless Winnower. I don't know why I'm wiggling it. It's non-foil, and it's just making it harder to see with the glare. Anyway, Blood on the Snow, Extended Rare, Arnie Broken Bow, foil rare. Agar, Freezing Flame, Viking Showcase, uncommon. There you go, a Magda, rare, Viking, and another foil, Firja. Now here's the big hit slot in the back. Graven Lore, extended foil, nothing there, unfortunately. Okay, and a Tybalt emblem. Sometimes those emblems have good value because people need them if they play that card, and you don't seem to get the emblems as often. I mean, I've gotten 3 of them in this one box, but just generally speaking. But I don't know the value on those offhand, and often Delver Lens doesn't even tell you the value of tokens. So we'll see if they're worth anything later. But anyway, going into the third to last pack here, going to cruise through the commons, give you a quick look. You can pause, show you the foiling, which does not look great because they're all really curved. I think it's kind of messing with the you know, the focus and the foiling. But anyway, there's a Narfi in the non-Viking style. There is a Saga uncommon, or Snow-Covered Swamp, and rare, Blood Sky Massacre, Doomscar, cool card. Not a lot of value, but extended art looks pretty cool. I think that would look good in foil, honestly. But the Bears of Littjara, rare foil. Saga, Herald, uncommon. Viking. Whoops. There is a Sigrid, God Favored, Viking style rare, and Inga Rune Eyes. So that slot's always the foil uncommon Viking style, and then this last slot could be something really good. Okay, Egon, God of Death, foil. Flip card. Don't think that one's worth anything, to be honest. Does look really cool, though. I like the black Viking style in particular. Just those kind of rune carvings really pop. And then a shard token. And an Elf Warrior token. Okay, so 2 packs left. We've gotten some good hits. I'm already not complaining, but it would be nice to see something really crazy. I don't even know what. Honestly, just like a base non-foil Vorinclex, I think is worth more than the foil version, so we'll see what we can get. Wow, this one feels really, really pringly. I don't know if that's going to get picked up or not, but geez. Anyway, we'll do what we can with them, so. Sculptor of Winter, Tuscary Firewalker, King Herod's Revenge, Herald's Alpine Meadow. Love the artwork on that one, too. Actually, I have a painting of it on my wall. Pilfering Hawk, Invasion of the Giants, Blood Sky Berserker, Snow-Covered Mountain, into our Saga, Firja's Retribution, Elvish Warmaster Extended, another card I play in some of my decks. Cool card. Don't think it has great value, but pretty cool card. Icebreaker Kraken, rare in foil, and a Vega. And there you go, another pathway. This is Hengegate into Mistgate. Pathway. There you go. Good little stable hit there in the extended. Cool looking card. Into Maja. And then our big hit, another Sigrid. Again, I don't remember if this is one of the ones that had any good value, but Viking style, foil, rare, pretty cool. And then a dragon token. A lot of wings on that dragon, kind of cool. Elf Warrior, there you go. So, 1 pack left. Let's see if we can bring this home, get some little last pack magic, get something really spicy. We got Notvold, Recluse, common, Run Ashore, common, Demon Bolt, looks pretty cool in the foiling, Axeguard, Braggart, Frostbite, uncommons, Rune of Speed, Great Hall of Starnheim, land, Snow-Covered Island, Commander, Spectral Deluge, Cosmos Charger, extended, pretty cool looking, don't think it has any value. Glorious Protector there, rare foil. Uncommon, Inga, so basically got 2 more rares, I think. There's one there, Cole Vori, non-foil, Viking style, flip it over into the Ringheart Crest. And then there should be our foil, yeah, Viking style. So one more card here that could be anything, could be something really crazy. Okay, Reckless Crew, foil extended, don't think that has any value at all. Oh, a Coma's Coil token. I think I saw on the list that actually has some value. I don't know about the foil double-faced version, but kind of interesting. So, okay, decent there, man. I mean, we started off, we got, you know, like that Toxie, we got the Goldspan Dragon, we got a Vorinclex, we got the cheapest version of Vorinclex, but we did get a Vorinclex, which is cool. And then I think some of those, like, legendary creatures are pretty good hits, too. I don't remember which ones, but some of them are kind of in, like, the $5 to $7-ish range and seem to be holding pretty steady because they're playable cards. And then what did we get? Three or four of the Pathway lands. So we'll get all this scanned into Delver Lens, take a look at the total pricing for the boxes at various market metrics, and see what we think about the value of this set and this box in particular. So Future Sigs will be back in a little while after we get all this scanned in and sleeved up, and we'll talk a little bit about the prices. So see you then. Hello again, everyone. Future Sigs here with a look at the prices, and my gosh, we did a lot better than I thought we did. So first of all, these boxes are pretty cheap right now, going for about 150 or so. They were higher, they came way down, and it looks like they're going back up. Now, obviously, $150 is a lot to spend on what is essentially just some shiny cardboard, but as far as Magic the Gathering boxes go, that's pretty cheap. The most recent Collector's Booster boxes have all been going for $300 or more. I think a big part of that is the serialized cards. There are no serialized cards in this set, so there's no like big high value chase hits really. But it seems like there's a lot of really good value just littered throughout these boxes. So obviously we did pretty well with the Goldspan Dragon, the Vorinclex, and a bunch of other good hits here, coming out to a total of $221.42 of TCG player market price. And I'll go through and just scroll down here, let you take a look at all the cards. You can pause if you want to see any of them as we go. And it was kind of interesting. There were certain cards here like this Binding the Old Gods, which the non-foil was worth like almost nothing, but the foil, I checked on TCG Player, is worth like over $7. It's kind of interesting to see because usually foils, if anything, are actually worth less than the non-foil versions, just because they're just packed into these collector's booster boxes. There's a lot of supply, and a lot of people don't even really want them because they curl and they get scratched and they just don't look good and people don't want them. So interesting to see that with the Binding the Old Gods. Also the Bloodline Pretender, the same deal there. The Ice Tunnel, Saw It Coming. All cards with no value in non-foil, but were worth quite a bit in foil. So I don't know how common that is with other cards in this set, but that was interesting to see. And, beyond a lot of those kind of nice staple playable legendary creature and pathway lands, we ended up with just like a lot of dollar-ish cards, stuff in this price range as we go through. So this is market price. Now, it's not necessarily what the box is worth. It's more an indication of if I wanted to buy each and every one of these cards, what I would expect to pay. You could obviously sell all these and potentially move them for around this price. It's just you'd end up sitting on a lot of them for a long time, and you have to subtract your seller fees and your shipping, so you probably wouldn't end up with exactly this amount. But just as far as like a value for the box, whoops, did not mean to click that. We did better than what we paid for the box for sure by quite a lot. The value of all these cards is worth a lot more than we paid. Again, I don't know why you would want this exact spread of cards. You could just take the $150 from the box and bought $150 worth of cards that you wanted, but we did end up with more value in singles if we wanted to buy them all individually than what we paid for them, if that makes sense. Now, there's no price for the tokens down here. I did check. Some of them actually have some pretty good value, like this Coma's Coil token is worth quite a bit. Some of these other ones were not worth a lot. Unfortunately, Delver Lens does not track the tokens, so we don't get to see those. But that is the total TCG player market value there. So great value from this box as far as the, single price of all the cards that we got, what they were worth. However, question that most people wonder is, what could I really get for selling these cards? So what we're going to do is we're going to keep the same price source. It's the TCG player market price source, but we're going to set the minimum price to, we'll look at two metrics here. So we'll look at $1 first. So these are cards that you could potentially sell as singles. And whoops, I just need 1 second here to make the prices actually show up. So just 1 second, sorry. There it goes. And there you go. So these are all the cards that are just worth $1 or more. Now, these are cards that you could potentially sell as a single. A lot of these little like dollar cards probably aren't going to move super quickly necessarily, but pretty good value. So anything under here is worth less than $1. It's not factored in, but everything from this Faceless Haven and up, if you were to sell it, you'd get $192.61. So you'd make, essentially a $42 profit and be able to keep the rest of the cards down here for free, plus $42. So that's pretty cool to see. And I'm going to take a look at one other metric here. So generally anything under $3 is going to be considered bulk. It's just a little bit too hard to move. So you're just going to sell it basically 1,000 cards for like $3 to $6, something like that. But anything $3 or over, you could much more easily move as a single. So when we take a look at that, it comes out to $163.04, which again, profit there, $13 a profit. You could sell all these cards as a single, everything from the Bloodline Pretender and up, make a little bit of money and keep the rest for free. So, a lot of that value comes, obviously, we got some good hits. We got lucky with our hits. It does seem like there's some good staple cards in this set that, like the Toxie, the Extended Art Pathway Land Cycle, A lot of just like random uncommon foils that have a lot of value, I assume, because they're playable cards that people want for their decks, that they want the blinged out version, and they're just not as common because of the way they were printed. And, you know, these kind of things you could definitely move a lot better, you know, maybe not as quickly, but like I'm sure I could sell that Haunting Voyage for $3, you know. Certainly the Goldspan Dragon, you could probably get $30 for it. The Vorinclex, probably get $25 for it, you know. So pretty good value, honestly. If I were to try to sell all these cards as a single, I could probably offload them fairly quickly, make a little bit of money, and then keep the rest for free. But the question is, too, that people often ask, you know, I don't want to sell all these cards as singles. It's a hassle. I get it. You know, I just want to send them to either TCG Player or, you know, my local card shop. What would they give me for it? So for that, we're going to look at TCG Player Buylist. And I'll do first just a no cutoff so we can look at the total value here. So this is like right here, $121.65. Now this is a lot less than the cards are worth, but this is just what like, you know, a wholesaler like TCG Player or a local card shop may give you for these cards, which is a lot less than they're worth, but you know, they need to buy the cards and then resell them to make some money on it. So you're not going to get as much as the full value of the card, but it's easy because you don't need to find a buyer. You can just, you know, I could package all these cards up, anything here with a price, and just send them right off to TCG Player. They'd give me $120.65. So not quite the full value of the box, but pretty close. And then I could keep everything else that doesn't have a price for the difference. So everything from the snow-covered plains and up, I would get rid of. Everything from the Raiders Carven down, I could keep, and I'd recoup almost all of my money. Now, me personally, if you're only going to give me like a penny for a snow-covered plains, I'd rather just keep it, just to have a snow-covered plains in my collection for a penny. So we'll do a minimum cutoff of $1. Basically, if they're not going to give me at least $1 for a card, I would just personally rather keep it. And that comes out to $106.36. So basically $44 to be able to keep everything under the Bloodline Pretender. So again, this is just like if I wanted to just package these cards up, put them in the mailbox, send them to TCG Player, they'd give me $106 for all these cards right here. Not as much as they are worth, but much easier to just send it all to one person instead of having to try to sell it as a single. And then I could keep everything else for not very much money at all. And there's one other thing I want to look at here. So we're going to go back and set the price source actually to TCG Player Mid with no cutoff. So that comes out to $265.40, which obviously is a lot more than the market price. The market price is generally a better indication of what the cards are actually moving for. That's, you know, taking into account what they're actually, you know, what recent sales have actually happened. The mid price is just like an average of all the listings. The thing is, as cards get older, as sets get older, there tend to be more listings of, you know, moderately played, heavily played, lightly played, which have a lower value. All these cards, I mean, they're pack fresh. Like, yeah, they were very curled, but you can fix the curling pretty easily in a number of ways. And the cards themselves, the faces of them are mint, no scratches. So they're much closer to that near mint price, which, you know, with the mid pricing, you're generally going to get closer to the near mint pricing with the mid pricing. So again, it's just an average. There could be 100 cards listed for $1 and they're selling all day for $1, and then somebody goes ahead and throws one up for $1,000. And that's going to skew the average price by a lot. So it's not really the most accurate. The market price is what the cards are more realistically moving for. However, again, when you get to these older sets, you know, sometimes the price, the actual price of a near mint card tends to creep up more towards that mid price, since there are a lot of listings of more heavily played ones. So just taking a look, again, it's the total value of these. Again, not really what I would expect to be able to sell them for necessarily, but about the value of if I wanted to buy all of these cards at probably closer to a near mint condition compared to the market price, which is taking into account a lot of like lightly played, heavily played, damaged cards being sold, and we get really good value out of this. So I'm just going to go through to the bottom here, let everyone see kind of what the mid prices are for these cards. Again, no prices on the tokens. And that's going to be it. So Really surprised by this, actually. You know, with how cheap these boxes were, I figured I would just pick one up and see what we could pull. There was definitely some good pulls in this set. The Vorinclex, the Goldspan Dragon. I really wanted a Toski for my own collection because I didn't have one. Happened to pull that. Again, if you want specific cards, you're probably better off just taking the money and buying singles. But I was really surprised with the value from this set. You know, your mileage is going to vary based on what you pull. If you hit, you know, some of these hits, if you hit a Vorinclex in the base printing, not this Phyrexian printing, then, you know, that's worth $50 right there. That's a third of the price of the box in one card. So you could get lucky if you get that. You know, the Goldspan Dragon, huge value. There's some really big hits there. If you don't pull those, maybe your value won't be as high. But it does seem like there's a lot of really good staple hits. So again, just like these playable legendary creatures that people are using for their decks, using for Commander, with the Norse frame, you know, this Tegrid, God of Fright, Torolf, a lot of these legendary creatures that seem to be holding their value quite well. And then, of course, the Pathway lands, which a lot of people need, and a lot of people like the, you know, borderless or foil blinked out versions seem to be holding their value and moving quite well. So good staple core value in this set, it seems, with the potential upside of getting, you know, some really, really big hits. So pretty cool to see. Either way, I had a lot of fun opening the box. There are some very cool looking cards that I was happy to see, and I hope that you enjoyed seeing them too. So I've been Sigs, but for now I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, and have a good one. Take care. Peace.